Hello! I hope you can hear me and give me 1 second. Whoop! Hello! I was like, technology! Ah!
Seamless.
Seamless. So professional. So incredibly professional. Um, Welcome on the channel. It's so lovely. I think you're one of, I don't know if I've had, oh no, you're not the only, but you're one of the very few people that I've invited twice for a musical hangout.
Oh wow, I feel honored now. The pressure is on.
Yes, very high pressure. You gotta prove yourself worthy in this stream. No, just kidding.
Oh god.
You
Well, thanks
already
for the
are.
chance at least.
Thank you for the opportunity. No, you're already worthy. You're one of my favorite people on Twitch, so I'm really happy
Oh,
we get
thank
to
you so
hang out
much.
today.
Same though.
And yeah, welcome in chat. Oh, I'm way louder. I said this might happen. Okay,
Okay.
let's.
I can also go a bit closer to the mic though as well.
Yes, and
So maybe that also changes a bit.
I will like make myself a little bit more quiet. I don't know if this helps.
Mm-hmm.
But chat, just let me know if this helps. Is this better?
1, 2, 3.
One, two,
Checking.
three. I can also like pull you up a little bit
All right.
in Restream.
Well,
So
no music stream without sound problems, right?
no, that's I think that's illegal at this point. Like you
Yes.
must have a sound
Twitch
issue
would have
or
knocked at our doors, be like, we have a few questions about the stream you went live and there were no issues.
like
Something's fishy here.
yeah, we feel like this something's wrong. Imagine if that actually happened. Like if you had a stream that went perfectly, and then like just minutes after you like stop being live, someone just knocks on your door to be like, "I am the stream police," and
Yeah, exactly. The stream, like, what was that about exactly?
anyhow, moin Patrick, schön dich zu sehen. Wird es einen gemeinsamen Chat geben oder muss ich alles doppelt schreiben? Ich glaube, wir sind nur bei mir live,
Ja, ich habe
weil
tatsächlich auch einmal gegengecheckt zur Sicherheit, aber bei mir ist nichts live.
ja, weil wenn wir das über Twitch gemacht hätten, wo man beide Chats sehen würde, da haben wir ja letzten Musical Hangout war der Sound wirklich nicht gut und dann dachten wir, vielleicht ist der Sound ein bisschen wichtiger als ein Shared Chat, weil es können ja auch alle rüberkommen. Und insofern, ja, es ist so, wie es ist. Und also, hi, I am Monette. And my two favorite music streamers I like. Thank you, Patrick. Good start. Pro streamers have tech issues, right, Mr. Vale? Hello, Lars. Welcome in. Did I miss anything else? Still loud, Luna and Soft Dama. Oh my goodness. I don't know what else to do about it anymore.
I mean, the problem is that even in my stream, people often say that I'm quiet, right? So maybe I should just talk louder.
Enunciate, Dama. Enunciate. No, I'm gonna see if I can genuinely maybe turn down my gain a little bit more. I don't know. I'll make myself small so you
Don't. Never do that. Never make yourself smaller than you are, okay?
I was joking. But yeah, Emma's a little bit less of the sound than Luna.
100%, yeah.
Okay.
God damn it. I can also still go up a bit here. Just have to check for the piano. Let's see. What about now, folks?
No, just kidding.
Yeah, now I'm blasting my own ears off, actually, with this, but probably a bit better. I can also try to talk into the mic instead of next to the mic.
That is a revolutionary. I do this. I'm very lucky because like I'm on my travel setup right now. Usually, usually this setup is more professional, but I'm cat sitting for a friend, so all I have is like this tiny USB mic. This is my entire setup. So
it works though, right? It just shows that all the fancy tech stuff is a lot of fun, but it's not needed to have a nice stream, right? And make music.
And it's a lot of fun for people that enjoy it. I don't really enjoy it. So I like to keep it simple. Welcome in Tsuki Nobori and Batty. Welcome in.
Hey, Betty.
Yay. So for those of you that might have not experienced a musical hangout before, the way that I usually do this on this channel, and the way I think we did it last time as well, is we just chat, take turns playing songs, and hang out with you guys. So just very casual, very chill. It's
Very demure.
very demure. Do you say demure or demure?
Demure? I don't know.
I'm like, English words. How did I? And then sometimes I Google it and it's like, well, the British way is this way and the American way is this way. And then I'm like, okay, but I'm German, so what do I do?
You have to choose. You just have to be consistent with it, you know? Choose only the British or the American words. Otherwise, you will confuse people from all over the world.
But maybe I enjoy confusing people from all over the world.
Well, in that case, just choose chaos.
I wake up every day and I choose chaos.
In that case, you should have talked with a German accent.
You know,
that's like true chaos.
I have tried to do it. I was hired for this play that I did in England, and they hired me because I'm German. They wanted me to have a German character with a German accent. And then I was like, I need to do a German accent, and my German accent is so bad.
Like bad as in it sounds bad because
Like,
it's a good German accent, or like bad as in it doesn't sound German?
It doesn't sound. It sounds
Can you
Russian.
try? Can you show us?
I already feel embarrassed. My
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to go further.
no, it's
I look away.
I can try, but I think it's.
Oh god, that was really good though. Like it's the subtle things, you know. It doesn't have to be like super standard German, but like these subtle
It's
things.
just
I think.
not that good. So
It's not that good, yes.
yeah,
If you go full German, it sounds really, really bad. Like really
Yeah.
bad.
yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. I just cringed at myself there.
Yeah.
The good thing is, in England they thought it was okay, so I did okay for the play. But if any Germans had been in the audience, I would have apologized to them personally afterwards, I think, because I disgraced the whole nation that day. Anyhow,
Oh man.
ja, das ist ein gut Akzent. Ja, genau.
Oh Jesus.
Fishalicious, good morning. Wow, we're like 10 minutes into the stream and I'm already like close to crying from laughter. This is this is going great.
Perfect.
Yes. Hey, Auroria, welcome in.
Hello.
All right, I just wanted to collect myself and actually start. So what I always do at the beginning of these streams is a short introduction. So, very serious. This is fine. Hey, Chuck, how are you doing? So if you want to just quickly introduce yourself, Amma. I know a lot of people probably already know you, but if there's anyone in my community that doesn't, they should find out about you because you're awesome.
Oh, thank you. Well, let me think for 10 seconds and then try to to do so. I'm so bad at still like explaining what I do. It's so weird, even though I do it for like 4 years now. First info. But yeah, my name is Amadeus. Who would have thought? And I learned the classical piano. I started out as a classical pianist, and then over the course of the years started to improvise as well, which is what I mainly do now, I would say. So a lot of my original work, etc., is based around the idea of improvising in general. By now, both with the piano and also loop station, singing, rapping, and different VST plugins that I use to play different instruments. So I'm kind of my own whole orchestra, and yeah, I love to improvise. I love to experiment a lot and try new things, and yeah, that's mostly it. That's mostly
And
it.
you're very good at
I
it.
have to call off the alarms here.
The little
Otherwise,
duck that
I mean,
just
we can leave it. It's just like a running duck.
It's kind of fun actually, and I see like paired, so it almost feels like it is kind of connected on both channels. I don't know what Restream is doing currently, but I'm fine with it. Whatever.
All right, we'll leave it on.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I think you're selling yourself short a little because your arrangements and your ability to improvise are just incredible. When I'm in your stream, it's a little bit like dangerous to be in your streams because I've dislocated my jaw a couple of times because it just drops to the floor so hard.
How long did it take you to think of that? Let's be honest.
The moment I said it, I was like, this is not gonna come across as genuine, even though I really mean it genuinely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I should charge you for my medical costs, but that's another conversation for the jaw dislocation problems. But sorry, I'm very unserious today. This is why I don't stream in the mornings.
That's perfectly fine. In German, we say nach müde kommt dumm.
I'd not heard that before, but yes.
After being tired comes being silly, and I feel you. So
honestly, 100%. Like anyone who watched my 24-hour streams knows that after müde definitely comes dumm.
Yeah, it's the same for
100%.
The weird streams are always when you either are already tired or still tired from just waking up and being like, oh shit, I have to go live, you know?
I really admire you have like a really like early time of the day stream schedule, and I don't know if I could do that. I really admire that you can just show up at those times and also make it feel so cozy. Like it almost feels like it's evening in your stream. It feels like it's evening and it's raining outside and I have a cup of tea in my hand.
Aw, that sounds lovely. That sounds something where I would be. And I'm happy that the stream makes you feel that way, because that's exactly the vibe I try to go for, like this cozy look with the colors, etc. And that happened over time, you know. It's not like I had this idea and this is how it has to look. It also came like slowly with expanding on the tech, you know, going back to the tech and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, the fun thing is by now, I mean, I used to stream at 11 in the morning, right? Which is probably the time you were referring to.
The time I wake up.
Yeah, the thing is, me too. That's the problem.
You did it to yourself, though.
I kept that time because it was the time that I used to stream when I was streaming during COVID, right? Which is when I started. I woke up in the morning because back then I was living with a partner who had to wake up early in the morning, and I had nothing to do the whole day being there alone, and I couldn't go outside. So I just streamed when I was awake, which was 11 a.m.
Yeah.
But needless to say, these days, I moved it back, actually. I'm normally going live at 2 p.m. now. So I had the same issue that you were referring to.
Not a morning... Like, coffee. I don't really drink coffee, though. But yeah, we just got rated. I want to give a huge shout out to Sara Lopez. I actually know her personally. She's an incredible film score composer and musician from Tenerife, where I grew up. She's one of the coolest human beings I know. So everyone, please go follow Sara. Hola, Sara. So lovely to see you. And I guess I'll take the opportunity that where the raiders came in, and I also know we have some people from your community that might not know me, to quickly say, hey, I'm Luna Keller, Spanish-German singer-songwriter, usually stream from my grandma's cellar, and at the moment I'm streaming from a friend's house in Switzerland who's I'm looking after two very fluffy cats. I'm cat-sitting while she's traveling. So this is like my travel setup. I've been a full-time musician, I guess. I don't know how time works. Is it like 4 years now? I think it's like 4 years now.
Yes.
And I love my life, and I do loads of original music. And today I released a new song. It's called Good Intentions, and it's got a command if you want to check it out. That's my introduction. And welcome in Raiders. You've joined us for a musical hangout. We're just going to be taking turns playing songs and chatting. And speaking of, we should probably decide who plays the first song with some rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, right. All right.
That's the tradition.
I would have said after a raid, go first because it's your stream and people surely want to know what you do normally on your stream, right?
Of course, that would be a smart marketing decision. But as we said, after müde comes dumm. So.
Okay, how do you go? Do you go like 1, 2, and then you go? Or do you go
like rock, paper, scissors, go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and at the
we're
fourth.
Gonna have to close our eyes so we actually
because
don't
of the
cheat
delay.
Because of the delay. Yes. Okay.
All
Ready?
Right. So closing my eyes. All right.
Yep. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Rock, paper, scissors, go. You won.
Oh God, does that mean I go first or I choose who goes first?
It usually means you go first, but if you're
All right.
very anti it, you can also veto.
I can go first as well now. I don't want to ruin the game, right?
Brunnen. Wow, first time. Honestly, we haven't had that yet. Usually, we always have the same thing like 3 times, and then,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But I feel like we did a very good mental battle there because I was like,
It seems
oh,
like it.
yeah, I'm gonna like, and then he's probably gonna do scissors because that's the first thing you do, and then he was like, oh, she's probably gonna think I'm gonna do scissors, so I'm gonna go paper. Just
It's always like that, and it never works, to be honest.
well, it worked for you today.
I just didn't think that's the secret, you know. All right.
What do you got for us?
What do I got for you? I think I'm gonna go with a piano piece, piano only piece that I really enjoy playing these days, by a Polish composer and pianist called Hania Rani. I discovered her last year, and she's amazing. She also started incorporating singing in her latest album. Back then she was piano only, and the song is called Eden, and it's like not too long. It's got a nice tune going on, and I really like it. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Sorry, I'm always talking next to the mic. I'm sorry, Tsuki.
No, you're doing good.
I have to talk into the mic, and we're good.
You're doing great.
All right.
At least in my ears. Oh, chat was saying it again. And my ears are not really showing. But yeah, I think it's not as much a talking into the mic thing. It's genuinely just a level thing. But I don't know what else to do about it. Like I can make myself even smaller.
Oh God, don't.
I think I'm more quiet now, so maybe that will help balance it out.
All right. Yeah. I just hope you're not too quiet now. That's going to be the next thing. I'm going to talk into the mic. You put yourself quiet, and everyone's like, "Now Amma is too loud. Let's put it down."
Can't hear Luna.
All right. Let's see if this works. This works as well. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. So
Sound
let's
is good
play.
now. Yay.
Nice. All right. Hope you've enjoyed, folks. Again, thanks, Luna, for inviting me over to your cozy little hangout stream.
Thank you for agreeing to be here.
so much.
Oh, that's a beautiful piece of music and
Oh, isn't
beautifully
it?
played. Yeah. I feel like I
Oh,
just was melting a little bit. I was like, ooh.
so nice. But I think it has these kind of melting. I think in Germany you say Klangteppich, like a rug of sounds, basically.
Yeah, like almost,
Um,
I guess, sound waves.
yeah, like wavy.
Yeah.
I mean, like a very simple melody, but like a lot of notes that kind of sweep you away, you could say.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's really funny that we're using all these words because it's like similar when I'm working with other musicians or like my producer.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, this needs to sound more yellow, more wavy,
Yeah,
sharper. This needs to
nice.
sound a bit more like. And it's like non-music people are like, what? But somehow we understand each other. We know exactly what we mean. But it's
Is it like different with different musicians, or do you feel like that there's like a universal kind of language between musicians?
I think it's mostly universal. Like there
Mm-hmm.
might be, I think especially with musicians kind of in the similar genre.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Maybe if I talk to someone who does techno music, we might have a different definition of what yellow means.
Yeah, will make
But
sense.
with like folk artists, yeah, this is too kiwi. I need strawberry. Yeah, Mr. Bell, exactly. Hey, keep the gays welcome in. Sound carpetried. Official says, yeah.
Sound cop.
Sound carpentry. Blah, blah. My my
Delicious. That's too much for us at this time of the day.
my tongue just became an art. Hey Nick, welcome in. Goodness gracious, Nick, it must be really early for you because you're on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Thank you for being here. It's deeply appreciated. I am on a partner push currently, so I do appreciate every lurk and every person present.
In that case,
Um,
also let me say one thing because I noticed we actually went live on both channels. Actually, I didn't know that. So
okay,
hello everyone
Restream did that. Okay.
who's joining in from my channel as well. I don't know if we also have like mixed chat probably, right? So the chat that I see here is from both of our streams
The one in the
in the
overlay,
restream
I mean,
window.
I'm seeing all these like paired people, so I think they're probably yours because they all feel like they're from your community. So yeah, I think we're seeing both chats.
Ah, yeah, pad. Okay, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That makes sense. In that case, though, as Luna just said, Luna is on a partner push right now. So if you're watching on my stream at the moment, feel free to just lurk on my stream or even close it or mute it or whatever and hop over to Luna Keller because you will get the same content and you're also supporting Luna in getting partnered. And that is something that a lot of people try, but you definitely deserve. You've
Thank you.
been on this for so long. And yeah, I really hope you're getting in there
Thank you
soon.
very much. And yeah, I really appreciate that. I'm trying not to like I don't want the stress over the numbers to take away the joy that I have from streaming. So
Mm.
even though I say it and I shout it out and we're trying to push for it, I'm also like, the most important thing after all is still, we're doing the partner push almost a bit like as a community event where we're just
Yeah,
doing a lot of like more streams and more cool things and it's fun. And then if at the end of it we reach partner, then that's really cool. And
yeah.
I
I think
have,
that's the most healthy thing to do.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and if we don't, that's also okay. But yeah, I appreciate every help. And yeah, if anyone wants to hop over to this channel, if you're watching, it's much appreciated for sure for that average. Your chats aren't
Yes.
connected. Yeah, I think you guys can't see both chats if you're
Yeah.
chatting. So if you're chatting in Emma's chat, then you're probably only seeing the people from that chat. But
Just one more
we
reason to come to Luna's stream because then you see the whole chat, you know?
we can all agree. Let's hang out in my chat. We are seeing both chats though. So because we
Yeah.
are watching on Restream. I didn't know Restream did that, so that it made us go live on both
Me neither. This is
channels.
so much better than the. I'm not criticizing Twitch here. Like, it's amazing that they put this stream together feature in there, but I see room for improvement. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like I did my last musical hangout, we tried it out and we just didn't manage to get a good sound for the music. It
Yeah.
was just not
I
not
think it's
possible.
it's a really good feature, the way it is at the moment, at least. I think it's more hinted at people who are chatting together. I mentioned earlier, like how complicated my setup is sound-wise. I think if you're only singing and playing the guitar, where you use one microphone only for all the sound being recorded, I think it works a bit better. But for musicians in general, it's I think difficult to do without getting like delays and without getting problems like I can't hear you and at the same time my own music and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was what we had as well. It was just like either we had like big echoes or like completely non-great sound, or we had to do echo cancellation and then like muted part of the instruments, and it was just kind of a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
When the last stream, yeah, we did the last stream of Twitch Guest Good Chaos. Yeah, you can start shared chat somehow. It works really well. Rob, if you know how, do share it. Because
really,
because I don't know. Anywho. Oh, also, I think I saw Patrick writing earlier some longer message and I missed it. Let me scroll up. In all demand. Sollte ich mal heiraten, hätte ich gerne euch beide als Musiker auf meiner Hochzeit. Ein Traum, euch beide zusammen in einem Stream zu haben. Also ich wäre sofort dabei, auf jeden Fall.
Auf jeden Fall, direkt.
100 Pro.
Wir haben uns ja tatsächlich auch immer noch nicht in Person getroffen, obwohl wir jetzt schon ein paar Mal besprochen haben und jetzt auch das zweite Mal schon zusammen streamen, ne?
Ja, eigentlich müssen wir das dieses Jahr mal hinbekommen. Ich habe gestern hier in der...
Wait.
English.
Switch to German.
We need to... Oopsie. We haven't met in person yet. Even though we're in the same country. And like literally, I was going to say, yesterday, I was hanging out with a friend from Canada who I hadn't met before because he's like doing a holiday in Switzerland at the same time as I'm here. So I'm starting, I've met my musician friends from the US, I've met most of my Canadian musician friends in person, but I haven't met you in person, and we're like literally in the same country. It's kind of...
Well, for the people who are from Germany, we have to add that the state I live in is like furthest away from everything there is in Germany, right?
True. It's
That's
not like
also
we're
a problem.
neighbors. It's not like we're neighbors.
Yeah.
But if I can fly to the US to meet my online friends, I could probably.
Technically, yes, but it's darkest under the lighthouse, right? So I think because you always feel like, oh, that's something you can do sometime when you've got a little bit of time, you know? And when you go like for further distances, you're like, oh, we have to plan for it.
Yeah.
We have to make it a thing. So you start planning like 6 months ahead, or, well, some people don't, but you get the idea.
Love to see both my favorite musicians in one stream. Oh, thank you, Fishalicious. And hey, Azza, welcome in. And yeah, I think maybe we should just plan it. Let's just, after the stream, let's just chat. Let's look at our calendars for the year.
All right, and let's get it done.
Let's just do it. Let's
no
just...
matter when. All right.
Yeah. It's a plan. It's a plan. Right, it's easy to start shared chat session to get started, the host of a stream together, but we're not doing stream together over Twitch, so that's the thing. Can enable shared chat in their stream together backstage window by clicking the start sharing chat button either before or after inviting guests into the stream together session. Oh wait, I mean, no, but I would still need you to have I would still need to put in a stream together session in order to activate that. Well, my brain just did like a weird not there again.
So I mean, we're good the way we are, right? We can still, if there's like a comment in my chat or something that's important, we can also go.
Yeah.
But let's say the main stream, the main event is still happening at yours, and
yes.
Since you're getting the guitar, I just wanted to ask. You lost, but you go second still, right? We don't do paper, rock, scissors every time.
No. It's just who starts, and then we go back and forth. Because otherwise we could end up with a concert stream where one person doesn't play at all. Imagine having a guest on, and then we do rock, paper, scissors for each song, and they don't play a single song in the entire stream.
That would be both horrible, but an amazing running
funny.
gag for the coming years, right?
It would be so fun. Remember that time you came onto my stream and didn't play a single song?
And then imagine you inviting like someone really big, you know, like something like, oh, the Twitch CEO is here, or I don't know, you know, someone with like millions of followers. And then people will always go like, remember that time at Luna's when there was like Bill Gates on stream, but he never said a single thing because he lost rock, paper, scissors all the time.
Even better, like remember the time Coldplay was on Luna's channel and
And they couldn't play a single song. That would be so funny, though. Like, you would have to have the guts to just go through with that, you know? Just be like, I'm sorry, that's the rule.
I think I would absolutely not be able to.
Maybe not with Coldplay.
No, Chris Martin, I would probably just shut up. Why is it? It feels right, but my tuner says it's wrong. But I don't care because it feels right.
There's a lesson to be learned here, folks. Just saying.
Thought this was a stream together, something to try next time. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, I think it's just... I tried stream together for the last musical hangout, and it's just hard with the music sound. So, yeah. Euro stars. Hey, Frankie, welcome in. Lovely to see you. And also shout out to Azza. Shout out to everyone. Tim says, James Blunt, you have to listen to Luna. We actually had a mission James Blunt once at the early days of my stream, because he was one of my favorite artists as a kid. And I still think he's a great songwriter, and some of his songs hit really hard for me. And I was like saying, gosh, I really would like to collab with James Blunt. So people like clipped it and started sharing it. And like there was like a Discord channel, and we're trying to make James Blunt see. I didn't tell them to. I had nothing to do with this. So people were just like secretly trying to lobby so James Blunt would collab with me. Nothing ever came of it, except for...
Not yet.
Technically, I did collab with James Blunt because I was at Gary Lucas's stream, and he has a very good James Blunt impression, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary.
Shout out to Gary. You both stream together, mute each other, audio, and just have it enabled chat. Then there's near audio like this. That's a good one to try next time, Rob. Yeah. I could see that working, actually. I think I want to play a song, but we might try that after. Because music... wait, yes, I need some reverb. Thank you. Woo! I think I'm gonna play my new song because that feels like the smart marketing thing to do, and since I haven't been doing that today, maybe I should do it now.
Lovely. Which one are you playing? Because there's so many. That's the problem.
But today, I released Good Intentions, which is my newest release, and it's the last single of the EP before the whole EP drops. And it's one of my favorite originals, I think, I've ever written. I know that's like high... I shouldn't have said that before I play it, but but I really, really like this one. Let me just check if I remember the capo. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm ready. Let's do it. And chat, let me know how sound is, please. I'm tired. All the wires are wrapped around my bed. A bit weary, she is near me, occupies my head. Yesterday I knew her better than I would like to admit. Could have it all, but I never have the strength to commit to good intentions. To good intentions. Oh. I'm slipping, slowly tipping the scales against me. My haven has been waiting, yet I always that I knew her better than I would like to admit. Could have it all, but I never have the strength to commit to good intentions. To good intentions. And how can I close my eyes now when I already know that I'm gonna let you down? Guess that I knew her better than I would like to admit. Could have it all, but I never have the strength to commit to good intentions. To good intentions. There we go. That's the new one.
Oh, thanks so much for playing that one.
Thank you.
I can really see why it's one of your
Yeah, it just hits hard, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the love in chat, everybody. But yeah, this one was almost on the Ocean Inside of Me album, actually. I wrote it for that album,
Oh.
but then it was too similar to She's Not Good For Me, kind of from the guitar and the picking. And that one felt like it served the narrative better. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I have a concept album called Ocean Inside of Me. So yeah, we ended up going for the other one, but I'm really happy that it found a home on Rescue Songs, because it's just a song one of my favorites from the pre-selection for Oceans that didn't make it, and I was always like, oh, I really want to record this someday.
Nice. Have you recorded it, since on the EP some songs have like additional instruments, right? I mean, on stream you mostly play the guitar and sing, right? But your recorded and produced songs often have a little bit of a different vibe to it as well, which oftentimes also adds like a few different layers,
Absolutely, yeah.
How about like with this
Yeah,
one?
this is one of the ones. So I was in California last October, and we recorded that EP, and I was just for a week locked in the studio basically with my producer Dominic Romano. I'm not a good producer. I can do demo levels, but definitely not something I would want to release. So yeah, with my producer Dominic, and then also with Harley Eblin, who's one of my favorite cello players. So it was really cool to get him into the studio. And this song, the recorded version that was released today with like cello on it. Definitely.
I mean, I knew already. I'll be honest.
You're just
That's why
helping
I
me to
asked.
market this. By the way, exclamation mark, good intentions, everybody. Go listen. Release day is important to trigger the algorithms. No, but yeah, so it was really, really fun to be able to work also directly. Have a lovely look, Lars. Directly with Dominic in person, because we did the entire Ocean Side of Me album remotely. And Dominic added a lot of those layers that you said, just kind of in a studio. We sent things back and forth. So this EP is definitely more stripped back. It's definitely closer to how I sound when I'm just playing live, but it's elevated by that creative collaboration with Dominic and Harley. And
Nice.
I feel a bit naked in it sometimes. There's very little going on, but I also think that is precisely why it's probably going to be one of those things that I'll timelessly love. Because with those limited resources and that simplicity, there's not that much I would have done differently.
Also, I think this kind of vulnerability is something that, at least for me personally, is something I appreciate a lot in your music, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do, right? And I've experienced that myself a while ago when I wrote my first like serious song. you know, like something that wasn't just like fooling around, but yeah, and just that, and there wasn't a lot in there like personal, you know, stuff, but just the way you choose certain things, the way you choose certain words over other words, all these subtle things as well, I think, is what makes it so difficult to put out your own music with, especially with lyrics, right? You're given kind of showing a part of you without even if you don't want to, even if you write a song about dinosaurs riding chickens through the desert or something, there's gonna be
Please tell
something
me you
in
wrote a
there
song like that.
that's uniquely
Yeah.
you know? I mean, in the end, that's what you do as an artist, right? You try to put yourself out there, your individual take on something, and that means you're automatically being vulnerable
Yeah.
in a certain way. And I think that deserves a lot of, or more respect, especially, and appreciation than sometimes people realize. I
Thank
think.
you. It's really kind to say, and I agree. I think Ben Greenberg is also a wonderful musician. He said that no matter what we write about, there's always a bit of us in it, and that's absolutely true. But of course, it is kind of different how many layers you wrap around yourself. And especially with Ocean Inside of Me,
Yeah.
which, you know, is that kind of concept album about my experience with depression, that is very, very personal. And I decided to not wrap a lot around it. Production-wise, maybe, but just with the songs and the songwriting. And also with Rescue Songs, even taking some of these songs that are so like very kind of, as you say, vulnerable. And then on top of it, they don't have a lot of arrangement. It does feel like when I listen to Good Intentions, it really feels like, yeah, there is a part of me there that is kind of really personal and really authentic and unfiltered that I'm just kind of giving to the world. But I think there's also a lot of beauty in it, because so often exactly those parts of ourselves are parts not a lot of people see. And we might even shroud them in some shame or in some fear, or like think that the perception people have of us might change if they knew that we had those thoughts or those voices or those struggles. So it's also been very freeing to just kind of put those parts out there, because it's now like, yeah, everyone knows. So my head can no longer tell me that people will hate me for it, because people know and they don't. So
Fair enough. That's a take. I didn't think about that, but yes. I mean, in the end, you're basically doing the Eminem, like in Lose Yourself. You're basically putting everything out there, and then if someone really wants to attack you for it, you're like, I mean, I said it myself. I know.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it takes away a lot of power from it.
Yeah,
A lot of power
definitely.
from the shame, and I think that's something like I've started meditating recently, and there's this one thing that I didn't think would have as much of an effect, but they have this kind of like witness and accept. You don't have to change the way you feel. You
Yeah.
just have to witness it and accept it. And the shift that happens in the moment where you just do that, like where I just stop resisting and I'm just like, okay, I feel this way right now.
Definitely.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And suddenly
Yeah.
it's already a little bit easier. It's kind of crazy.
It's so funny. A while ago, been a bit longer, a few months probably or something, but there was a point. I tried meditating, but it never really worked for me for several reasons. And a while ago, I read that sentence again, especially that one, like literally that one. This like, you know, just you hear this all the time when meditating. Just let the thoughts come and go. You know, just accept your feelings and don't judge your feelings, etc. And I think I never realized what that actually means. You know, I was always just hearing this when doing some guided meditation or something, and every time it ended up at this point, I was like getting out of it. You know, because I was like, how do you like? What do you mean? Like just let them be there? Like I let them be there, and then they are there, and then if it's anger, for example, I'm angry. Like what do you mean? Like,
Yeah, like
what does that mean?
tell me how there
But-
can be not there, please.
Yeah, but at some point, I also realized that, like, not with meditation, but with other stuff, like that, it's so much connected to shame, as you say, right? I mean, not always like this huge shame that's dragging your whole life down, you know, but I think like in little doses, that
Yeah.
shame is always with us, of being judged for things, of not being able to be yourselves, and also judge our own feelings, right? And
Yeah,
and
we're
feel like others will
microdosing
judge
shame.
us for them if they see them, and then you peel away those layers as you do with your music. You know, you're using that medium to kind of like approach your own emotions as well again through a different lens, and then, you know, yeah, you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah. No, it's beautifully said, and And I absolutely agree. And I think something that also that you kind of realize, or for me it was that way, because I can really relate to what you just said with meditation,
Mm.
because I had a very similar start, and I'm still kind of, I'm just making myself do it at the moment. I'm like, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna, and sometimes it works, and sometimes I just lay there and I'm like, well, okay. So it's fine. But at least I know I tried. But yeah, what I realized, I think also is like, why is it so hard to just witness and accept things when I'm by myself all alone? It's no longer about the judgment of others. It's like our perception of ourselves.
Mm.
The shame we feel of
Yeah,
seeing ourselves, of being seen by ourselves, and truly facing ourselves, that is then making it hard to just sit with our feelings. Like, at least that's what I
definitely.
realized about myself. And I was like, whoa, I don't even need other people to make me feel bad. I can do that all by myself.
You're your own personal mobbing victim.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Oh well, I'll check out chat because we rambled, but I love the ramble. OMG, I feel you. It's no reason for being ashamed because you're okay how you are, even if you not feel okay. Yeah, and
Mm.
I 100% agree with that statement, and it's something I will always preach and believe, but also, depending on the day, I cannot truly apply it to myself sometimes, and that's okay,
Yeah,
because that's
that's also
just
okay.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So it's practice. The more you practice, you get a different perspective. It doesn't come by trying on and off. It's like brushing your teeth. Absolutely. That's why I've literally put meditate on my to-do list.
Mm.
Like, because my to-do list shames me if I don't do it. So I'm like, now I have to do it every day. I'm
You're
fighting
shaming
shame with
yourself into
shame.
not shaming yourself, basically.
The mental gymnastics we
That's
have
some
to
next
go
level
through.
shit. I love it. Like using what you want to change against it and changing it by that. Perfect.
Fire with fire. The madness in me is still in the room, as Alana said. Well said, yeah. She sounds Scandinavian. I've heard that a couple of times.
Hmm.
My accent is very confusing. I am Spanish German. English is my third language. But I learned watching American movies, and I was in Ireland living there for a couple of months. So I know it's very confusing. But thank you. I like Scandinavian accents. I'll take the
Hmm.
compliment. Tim saying, yes, preach it, Luna. It's so good. I think that was about the witness and accept thing. Also, hi,
Hmm.
Tempsy. Lovely to see you. What else do we have? It's a great album. You won't regret to buy it on CD or like me on vinyl. It's balm for your soul and ears. Thank you, Fishalicious. Yeah, I'm so proud of the Oceans vinyl. It's really cool to have a like album on vinyl, even though I don't even have a record player. Just I'm like,
I can tell you, I have a record player and I listened to it a few times already. It's really nice to listen to it on vinyl.
I did listen. I went to a friend's place to have a listen. So
Ah.
I have heard it on vinyl, but I can't regularly do it.
Mm, mm, mm.
I had to check the quality before sending it to people. Der Follow verdient. Danke, Smurfy. Oh yeah, I probably missed some follows. Yeah, thank you, Smurfy, and also Amela for the follows. Really appreciate it. And thank you everyone for the claps and for the love in chat during that song. I really appreciate it. Release day, I
I'm
changed my
also.
Discord if I put the song on my song list on Spotify. Thank you, Patrick. Sorry I didn't mean to interrupt
Oh
you.
no, I was interrupting you. Just wanted to throw out there real quick that I'm also not like reading my chat a lot or welcoming in folks. I hope that's fine because I kind of put you first as a host of this, and I'm just restreaming it
Yeah.
on my channel basically. So just if people on my stream are feeling like I'm not reacting to everything in chat, etc., that's how it is today. I hope you understand.
Yeah, and I always say this with musical hangouts. You probably know, even when we streamers are streaming alone, we miss more in chat than we think we miss. Like I know this sometimes when I've like
Mm.
wanted to highlight something or clip something, and then I see the chat replay, and I'm like, when did someone say this? I did not see this at all.
Yeah.
So then you like add another person to it that you're talking to. We are probably gonna miss stuff in chat today. So if you said anything super important, feel free to write it double. We won't be
Mm.
upset at repetition. And just welcome along for the ride. And also, Frankie, thank you for saying, "Oh gosh, beautiful voice." That is really kind, and reminds me of Anne Brun. Oh, I think I've heard that one before as well. She's amazing. Thank you. Your people are being so nice.
I'm proud of that actually. I think like let's say put it like that. I read chat, and if you hadn't said that this paired flag means that people are on different streams, I wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I think our community's vibe, but it's because like we both have really loving and kind and supportive communities,
Definitely, yeah.
which you attract what you are, is what they say, right? So
That was a perfect way for giving a compliment while also patting yourself on the back.
I'm
But
getting
yeah, I would
better at
totally
being
agree.
nice to myself. No, actually, genuinely, when I was feeling really low confidence, someone taught me this sentence about if you want to know who you are, look at the people around you.
Yeah.
And it really, really helped me because I was like, anytime I put myself down, I'm kind of
Hmm.
putting the people around me down now. You know, like
Yeah.
actually, if I look at the people around me, I must be pretty incredible because these people are,
Incredible. Yeah.
whoa, like
Yeah.
I'm so honored to have them in my life. So
That's a
that's
beautiful way to look at it.
yeah, it helps me boost my confidence.
Yeah.
Like, yep. There's a troll in Luna, so which part of you am I? Yes, there's definitely a troll in me, Mr. Bale. I'm the person who's learning a language to prank a friend, and I won't elaborate because my friend might be watching. But I'm learning a language to prank a friend, so yes, there's a troll in me right now. Also,
Nice.
hi, Kristen. Welcome in. So lovely to see you. Also, you're in Canada. What time is it over there? It seems crazy for you to be here. But welcome in.
Every time I hear Canada, my head goes like Jim Carrey. Oh, Canada must have been cold.
Oh, that was good. That was
Uh,
really good.
every time.
If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. It's like in RuPaul's Drag Race. If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anybody else? It's always at the end of the. It's always at the end of. That's my guilty watching pleasure. Okay, I
What
watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
what is it with musicians though and imitating voices? Like I feel like every musician I know at some point just goes like randomly blah, 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 and just imitates a random accent perfectly or a certain vibe and then just goes back to normal and never talks about it again.
I guess we're just we're word nerds, right?
Probably sound
So
nerds, you could say as
sound.
well.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, just
Yeah.
about 8 a.m. Okay, that's it's it would be terrible for me, but I can see other people being up at 8 a.m. and it not being a crime, so that's okay.
I'm happy for you to be awake at that time.
Exactly. So happy for you, Chris. All right. Would you like to play another song?
Sure, why not? I was so engulfed in our talk that I did not think about what to play. But
That's fair.
since I said earlier that I do a lot of improvisation, why not improvise a bit, right?
That would be wonderful.
How about we do a little collab here? I start a bit with like one or two instruments maybe, or piano, and then you just tell me an additional instrument. Let's see if my loop station even shows up here.
What?
So, we have
Oh,
like
and I'm
five.
I'm like in the little corner over
Yeah,
there.
but hello. Yeah, we have 5 tracks, and I can record one instrument on each. So let's see where we get if you like give me another instrument bit by bit. All right.
But like, what's the limit of what instruments are?
I think if it's not like something real, I think the only instrument or one of the only instruments I didn't have a while ago that someone requested was a theremin,
So you have
which
like
is
a
in the end just a synthesizer, which sound I didn't have, right? So
true.
I think it's gonna be very difficult not to like to find an instrument that I don't have.
Like if I asked for a didgeridoo, you would have a didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna
I
ask
do
for a
have
didgeridoo though.
different ones actually.
You'd be like,
So much
which
for sound
one?
nerds. I just love working with these different sounds, you know?
He subscribed to a massive sample database.
All right. All right. So let's start.
Let's
We
go.
go for a nice. Okay. We start with a BPM. How many BPM do you want?
I think I'm feeling kind of chill. I don't know. Let's go
All
for
right.
like 70, 80.
70. All right.
Is that too chill? I don't know.
70 is very chill. 70 is like lo-fi speeds.
I know that's
We can go with that. 300, Mr. Bala. All right. We'll go 300 BPM and then we just play everything in full notes. And it's like half the speed again. That's fine.
the
All right,
loopholes.
We also need a key.
I think you should choose keys because I don't speak that language.
Or just give me any note, basically.
G.
G. All right, we go with G minor. Because
Ooh,
I'm
I
always
like G
going
minor.
minor.
Yes.
I'm sorry, folks. All right, next instrument.
I'm in a cello kind of mood, so
Cello, let's go.
yeah.
An E-cello or a regular cello?
A regular cello.
Regular cello, all right.
I must feel like I could try to put you on full screen and be a little smaller. Let me see if that works. Other way around. Can I do that? Yes!
Aha.
Ooh,
Yeah,
look
now
at
you
that.
can also see like my setup basically.
Yeah,
I've just changed
exactly.
that recently. All right, next instrument.
Oboe?
Okay.
I'm going orchestral, I'm sorry.
What's that one in English though?
I think it's oboe. I think it's... Is it not?
Winds. Why am I... Wait, let's Google it real quick. I think it's something else. Isn't it like English horn or something like that? Oh no, it's just oboe. Okay, you were correct. Alright, let's just search for it. Alright, I don't have an oboe. That's a first. Let's go with something similar then.
We're back. Sorry, I lost connection there for a sec, so if you said anything, I lost it. I missed it.
No worries. Just trying to find the oboe. But oh, there it is. Okay, I got one. Whew.
Sorry, I'm challenging you.
Cello real quick. So I'll go back to the cello real quick, but with a different pronunciation basically for the bass. Alright, one more instrument.
I love this instrument. I don't know if you'll have it, but hang drum?
Say again?
Hang drum, like HANGDRUM, like it looks like a UFO that you hit with your hands.
Oh.
That was a weird way to describe it. I think it would vibe.
Alright, wait. hand drum. Am I understanding that right?
No, it's like hang with NG at the
Hang,
end.
like hanging.
Yeah.
Oh, hang drums. Okay.
You know the instrument? It's great. Also, welcome in Raiders. You're witnessing magic. I'll tell you more later. But thank you for the raid, and please stick around.
Alright, hang drum. Wait. Gotta
It's
see.
not exactly the same thing as a steel drum. It's a cousin of a steel drum.
Checking my percussion ones with a nope.
If not,
No.
let's do harp, since Lizzie Harp just raided us.
I got a frame drum though. Wait. I got something like that.
Hand pan. Hand pan works. Yeah, it might be called hand pan. That's fair.
Oh, hand pan, okay. Huh. But I'm afraid not. Yeah, let's go with something else before we harp?
Let's do harp, because we just got raided by Lizzie Harp, who's a wonderful harp player.
Then we go with harp. Welcome in, Lizzie, by the way.
Ooh, nice. Mr.
All
Wainwright,
right.
hello, spot it.
Yes, I had to.
That was lovely. I'm just my jaw is having issues again.
Aw,
It's
get it under
such.
control already. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And
Don't
thanks
do
also to Chad
victim
for the kind
blaming
clap.
here. This is your fault. But those are so impressive and so beautiful. And yeah, the only thing I'm disappointed is that you didn't have a hand pan hang drum sound. You
Yeah.
promised so much, and that's like my third favorite instrument. So
Oh, interesting. I have to look into it though. Maybe I have something similar. Maybe it's just called different because I have a lot of instruments from different countries where it's like basically, for example, I have an instrument that's basically a bagpipe, but from Japan.
oh, that's
And
cool.
I mean, it's not technically a bagpipe, but it has a very similar sound. So it's just like slightly different, basically.
Oh, you're twisted.
Yeah.
I know, I mean, I actually made like a documentary film about the history of the development of the hang drum for my
Uh-huh.
final work on music history in art school. So I'm a nerd when it comes to it. But yeah. Anyway, let's welcome the raiders. Lizzie Harp, thank you so much for the raid. Everyone who does not follow Lizzie, please follow Lizzie. And
Welcome in.
welcome. Yeah, and just a little shout out. Currently live here with Amadeus Music, other side. Who's
I'm here now. Wait, here now. That's so weird.
as you have just heard, is insanely talented. So shout out to Amadeus if you do not follow him already, please do. And for those of you watching on Emma's channel, we do like main chat on my channel. So if you want to lurk and hop over, I'm also on a partner push. So I really appreciate every person that can watch on my channel. Same for the raiders. If you can stick around, this is just kind of going to be a hangout stream, so there's not really requests or anything. We're just chatting, and you can join the vibes if you'd like. Thank you all. So we got so much love in chat for you, so I'm going to read it to you, so you can't escape the compliments. We've got clap from Fishalicious, from it just leaves. I shouldn't. This reminds me of my friend Thomas Levine. He always made laugh loops on stream.
Uh-huh.
So he would just start looping his laugh because he knew how much it would upset me, and he was like, "You can't escape this. I'm a guest on your channel," and I just took my headphones off. You just reminded me of that. Lizzie was clapping and saying, "So good." We've got some woos and some claps from Patrick and Mr. Bale. We also have Lord Brezor is here and says greetings.
Oh,
Hey.
greetings.
Hey, Lizzie says, sounding beautiful. Kristen says, this is sounding like a really great score in a dance rehearsal montage in a movie. Very cinematic. I'm digging this. I can see that.
Thank you.
I can see that. I can see that. Oh, someone in chat asked, what's the difference between handpan and steel drum?
Let's go.
The steel drum is actually originally from the Caribbean, and it's curved inwards, and you play it with a little stick. And the hand drum was actually developed in Switzerland pretty recently, and it's curved outwards. Sometimes it can also be played below, and it's played with your hands. It's a mixture between the steel drum and the tabla from India. You're welcome. Okay, moving on.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Do you know? It's like a
Yeah, I know
UFO. Yeah. It's such a good instrument. I
It
want to
is.
to
Yeah.
play it, but they're so expensive. But yeah, this is really pretty. Tiz Livixon also said, yes, that was so beautiful. Long live laugh loops. No, Kristen, no. We do not laugh about this with someone who has a looper and could start torturing you with it. Don't, please. But yeah, no, no, no.
Just kidding.
I felt the pain. I felt the pain for a second there.
And you know, it also made you laugh, so I could have used it against you even.
You could have used my own. That's diabolical. You are.
Have you ever had your own laugh looped?
I think Thomas might have. When I visited Thomas in person, we had a very simple setup without a looper, so we couldn't do it.
Okay.
But I think Thomas might have done that. I think so. Yeah. But going back to looping, I personally haven't really done a lot of looping. I own a looper, but it's collecting dust for years now, and I should probably get my shit together. But how did you get into looping? Like, what was your first connection to it? Because you're incredibly good at it. And if you had
Thank you.
advice for someone who's like would like to learn, what would you say are like kind of the most important things to focus on when you're starting out with it?
there's so many questions that you ask. Which one should I answer first?
First, how you got into it, and then the second one.
All right, let's start there. So I'll try to keep myself short. But in the end, I mean, what looping basically is, right, is playing with your... I'm not saying that on stream.
I heard it and I was like,
Making music with yourself.
Yes.
Sounds slightly better.
Yes.
And the thing is that as a kid, I had like this super cheap microphone, Audacity, which is like a free to use program, right, to record stuff very simply. And back then I would start to use this microphone to record my voice and then loop my voice because I was listening to bands like Wise Guys, Die Prinzen, some German a cappella bands. And I always was so fascinated by the idea that someone could just use their voice to make music together, and like harmonic music, right? If you get like 4 or 5 people, instead of using an instrument, which is what I used to do mostly, right? Playing the piano. And then I saw some people online, thanks to streaming as well on Twitch, but also people like Mario Billet, if you know him. He's become quite famous lately, quite popular. And I saw all these loop artists, and I was like, wait, that's exactly what I always wanted to do as a kid, but you can actually do it now, you know? And you have this huge amount of instruments, virtual instruments technically, to even add to that and become your own band. And since I'm really bad at playing with other people, it's like my one vice that I hate myself, but it is what it is.
Don't hate yourself. You're awesome.
I don't hate myself, but I learned to accept it. You know, I just work a bit better when I'm just doing my own stuff and I can concentrate on my own stuff and not get distracted, etc. It's not that I don't like the idea of playing with other people. It's just I'm not good at it. and yeah, and then I got the loop station thanks to my my supporters on the stream when I started streaming. It was the first bigger donation goal, and then once I got that, it just got this creative explosion going on, you know, from getting to just play one instrument to playing all these sounds and all these instruments and experimenting how they sound together, etc.
A whole new world.
That's how I got into it, I'd say. And some advice I would give someone who starts is probably the same advice I would give people who try to learn a new instrument in general. Or start to sing, whatever it is. And that is to first not watch any tutorials, not go online and see, oh, how to do this. Just sit down with it the same way you did with something you got for a Christmas present when you were 6, you know, and just experiment with it. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to have troubles doing the things you see online, but that's the thing. You kind of need to detach from that idea of the normal is what I see online. And this is where I start. And now I first have to get here. And then I can make all this music that I see online, you know? Don't do that. Because you will never get there. These people are people who put their stuff out there for a reason. Because they do it professionally. And that's just going to discourage you. Just start and find your own way of using that instrument or that loop station. And then you can later be like, oh, how do you do that? And then watch a tutorial to add on your skills, basically. And slowly add one thing by another. That's what I did as well. First, just... how does the loop work? How do I do the settings? After that, I just did that for a few weeks, you know, and then slowly I discovered new things that I wanted to do but couldn't yet. And then, you know, you go from there.
Just start with your own creativity and explore.
And find your own way of using it, as in, because that's what's fun, you know. There's not one way to use an instrument. If you buy a cello and all you do is use the bow and slap it against the wood because that's a nice percussion sound you like, that's fine, you know, it maybe is not the way this instrument is meant to be used, but you can do it.
And often that way you discover things that make it unique, right?
Exactly, yeah.
It's really good advice. Actually, it's advice I have not heard before, and I think it's really good advice. But I think very often it's similar for me with like, I'm really happy. I didn't play any covers before I came onto Twitch. I was only really playing, like, didn't at all, like, I learned a couple of songs here and there for myself, but like all my concerts, all my like performances and in my free time, I mostly just was songwriting the whole time. And the beauty of that is I'm really happy now that on Twitch I'm like doing all these covers because I'm learning new chord shapes and I'm hearing other people's songs and how they're played, and then I can like use inspiration from there and add it to my songwriting. But in a way, I do think that starting out just with my own songwriting, like the first thing I did when I learned to play guitar was write a song
Yeah.
before I even learned one. I learned two chords and I wrote a song with them.
Yeah.
And I just immediately jumped into that creative part of it. And I do think that helped me develop my artistic voice in a very unique
Definitely.
way. And I had never thought of it that way before you said this. But yeah, I took your advice without knowing it.
Yeah, you did in the end. I mean, when you were like, do you still feel that because of that you have like your own voice when you approach how you write a song now? Like, how much did it influence you playing all these covers? You said like you take like some chords, for example. You're like, oh, I didn't think of that. Let's try it out. Is
Yeah.
it like only that, or do you see other ways this has influenced your songwriting as well?
I think there is no shame in being inspired by others, because in the end, that's just kind of what we do. So I definitely
Yeah,
think
agree.
there's some artists that have influenced my songwriting. I know Andrew Bird recently, especially the way he selects his words, and also here on Twitch, Jory Avner. Like I've just played Good Intentions. That minor chord that I have at the end of the chorus. That is something I absolutely took from a Jory Avner song where I was like, oh, I love going to the minor there, yeah. So I think it's more like probably I listen to artists and I listen to them a lot and not even consciously. I'm not like, oh, I'm going to write like, but I'm more
Yeah.
like I'm songwriting and then I realize, oh, this kind of thing that this person that I really like about this song of this person could really work with the song that I'm working on. And then I allow myself to be inspired and to kind of play with those ideas and just kind of broadens the horizon. I think we're constantly inspired by everything, even if
Yeah.
we're not aware. Even before, like when I wasn't playing other people's covers, I was still inspired by the music I was listening to, in a way. But I just allowed myself to kind of explore and put it to practice through just kind of playing. I was about to say it, making music with myself and and just having fun with it
Yeah.
in that personal way. So yeah, I think it's a collection of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think something that I also really find fascinating is listening back to improvise, because I improvise songs with words people give me sometimes, right? So
It's so incredibly difficult to do. I think.
maybe I should do that now, actually. I was like, oh, which song do I play? But maybe you just opened the stage for that. So I find it interesting because often those songs that are improvised show my influences the clearest, because my brain connects to those things so naturally.
Yeah. 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 I
Do
know
you
what you
have the
mean.
same thing when you're improvising, when you
Yeah.
kind of realize,
It's
oh, I've
it's
been
like
listening to a lot of this and my subconscious is now kind of accessing that
yeah.
direction?
As you say, the subconscious thing. I think the way my brain often works when I improvise, a lot of people think improvising means making something up, right? But in the end, you're just putting together puzzle pieces in a different way, you could say. Like you're collecting all these different puzzle pieces over the course of listening to music and in general actively. And then when you sit down and I'm like, of course, maybe the original idea might be completely out of nothing, right? Especially when it comes from chat and someone goes like, just use those two notes and at the beginning. But then you listen to those two notes and what immediately happens is your brain firing off all the associations you have for those two notes. You know, oh, those two notes happen in that song. Those two notes were played that way with these instruments. And then, oh, in this song, those chords came afterwards and that had this effect and I want this effect. So let's do that, but do it with different instruments. And then people don't realize where the influence might come from. But in the end, it's you always feel kind of like a rip-off artist, you know? And
But
you
is
hear
that like a conscious thing you do when improvising?
not at all. Like all the things I just said happen in like 1 millisecond, basically.
Yeah,
I
it's just
play
your
it,
brain just
and
doing.
then my brain goes just like, oh, this, and I'm like, oh, I like it, and I do it, you know.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's just that. It's just, and a lot of people actually know that. I recently heard it in a Ren song as well, where he talks about himself like Hi Ren, and he reflects on his creative process, and he also says like he's literally talking to his subconscious in that song, and that subconscious is telling him like, you're just a rip-off artist. Everything you do, someone else has done already, but more creative, more like better, or more the way you want it to. But that's the thing, you will always find these things. It shouldn't like keep you from creating, you know?
I think the way that because I used to do that, I used to compare myself a lot to others and be like, what's the value in doing this if there's so many people that could just do it better? And then I realized actually the value is my perspective.
Yeah.
That's all there is. Like, no matter how much skill I accumulate, it won't make my music better. What makes my music worth listening to and interesting is that I make it.
Yeah.
You know, that it's told from my perspective, that it's my collection of influences and my story that goes into it, and that may resonate with other people. But it doesn't matter if there's other people that can sing better, play better, write better, find better words or better chords. What matters is I am me, and I am using my influences to create something, and I am the only person who can do that. It's not about better or worse. It's about I'm the only person who can do that, and that's where the value lies. And I think seeing it that way really helps, because you kind of just see, okay, whatever I make has value just because I'm making it.
Just because of that, exactly. And someone might like it and someone else might not like it. That's fine, you know?
Yeah.
I just had that thought of like, it's like being like, you don't have to invent flour to be a good cook. You just have to use it in the right way, you know?
That is a good one. Yeah.
And like, you can create new recipes, but there's not going to be like anything, like all the ingredients are mostly there already, you know? Just the way you put them together is like your unique way of cooking something, you know, and
Absolutely.
your unique taste, basically.
And the secret ingredient is love. No, just kidding. Kinda.
Cliche, but yeah.
Sometimes
cliches
cliches are true.
I don't know how you want to call it, you know.
I mean, in the end, I was talking about this yesterday. It's to do or not to do. Like that's the only thing. You just have to do things.
How about you do another song now?
Yes. Should I do the improv?
That would be really nice. Yeah, I'm really interested. I don't think I've seen you do one of those.
Ooh. So there's two ways we can approach it. I'm tending towards the one that I do at my concerts, which is before I start, y'all give me 10 words, or it can be 15, it can be whatever, like, but minimum 10 words.
Let's do 100.
Let's do it. Yeah, right.
See you next week, folks.
We wanted to make a short stream. Famous last words. But yeah, so I think in chat sometimes I just have people put stuff in chat and then I play, but I feel like I might miss some stuff, and it also does limit my kind of circling thing. So yeah, let's do that. You guys just give me 10 words and then I'll make up a song with it, or 11, whatever. So chat, if you want to write some words, and of course Emma, if you have some words as well, just throw them my way. You can be as kind or as mean as you like.
I'll go and see how much chat wants to put in. If they have like 10 words, I'd rather go with that and let them choose.
Oh yeah, someone is cooking in the background. That is my grandmother. So enjoy the crackling feeling. Fish, okay. Fish it is. That's our word number 1. I can work with that. I love doing these live. Jew's harp? Is that a specific type of harp or a reference I don't get?
It's a Maultrommel.
Maultrommel?
Jew's harp or jaw harp. Yeah.
Oh, it's a little thing. Oh yeah, you kind of. Oh yeah, I know what it is. Okay.
Or I love for some reason, Wikipedia gives me the Italian name for it. It says Maultrommel, jaw harp, or Italian scacciapensieri. Love it.
That is really good. Also, you have a very nice Italian accent.
And we're cycling back to the accent.
What comes around goes. Bicycle.
Yeah. At least we're consistent, you know.
Piano, guitar, love is like not a word, Patrick. I can put them all in individually if you want. But
I think that's an emote, isn't it?
Is it an emote?
It looks like an emote gone wrong.
Okay, it might be an emote gone wrong. It's not a word that was meant to go in. Okay. Okay, we have 4 words so far. Don't be shy, everybody. There's no wrong answers. I regret it at the moment I said that. Okay. Emma, you want to start putting some words in?
Yeah, sure. Wait, I'm trying to get to the right window here.
I suppose you can also just tell me. I can
Correct.
do. I can put piano and guitar and love in anyway. I don't care.
Mashed potatoes. God.
Mashed potatoes. I'm going to go all English today, I think, Mr. Vale. I know usually I do it bilingual, but I'm feeling like actually trying to make a good song today. So. Bubbles. Oh no, Kristen, the callback. I once wrote a really good ones of these, and it was called Bubbles of Time, and then we didn't record it, and we didn't clip it, and we lost it forever.
Oh no.
So it was very sad.
How many more do we need? How do
When I tried to catch fish for the first time, I got a cycle. Do you live in the Netherlands? Fishlicious. No, just kidding. English. We're working on English. Okay, we have fish, juice, harp, lotus, bicycle, piano, guitar, love, mashed potatoes, bubbles, stardust. And yeah, you want to add something too? You should add something, I feel like.
Something off the top of my head. Top hat.
Top hat?
Isn't that a thing? It's cylinder, right?
It's literally my my brand.
Right, you always want. Right. I didn't even think about that consciously. Probably it's because of that.
Your subconscious is doing a thing. Poltergeist. Okay. Well, poltergeist, is that just an obnoxious ghost? I never understood what a poltergeist is.
I think so. Yeah. I think in English though it has like a bit of a different meaning. But I think in general, no, a poltergeist is probably just a poltergeist, right?
Meaning. Poltergeist used to mean capable of pinching, biting, hitting, and tripping people. Okay, they just seem to be annoying ghosts. Fine.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got it. Let's write a song with the words fish, juice, harp, lotus, bicycle, piano, guitar, love, mashed potatoes, bubbles, stardust, top hat, and poltergeist. I feel nervous now because I'm in the room with a master of improvisation.
It's different. Like with words, it's so much more difficult.
Oh no, I think with music, it's the thing you can't do is always the more difficult one. I need to choose some chords for this. I think I'm gonna capo because I can. It's one of my favorite instruments. We call it rimba or organ in Ukraine. You mean the juice harp? Is that it? Also, APJ, welcome in. I like that, I think. I'm feeling a little lost in the cold sea. I'm a small fish in a big pond. And feels like these ghosts always haunt me. But they can never be the poltergeist I want. And I keep running, I keep chasing, all these bubbles keep erasing my view of the sun. And I've been swimming, I've been running, I've been trying to find a way out. But I'm always gone. They say that we're all made out of stardust. That doesn't make me feel less alone. So love, if you have to go, go if you must. I'll find a way to find my own home. In the simple things, the little moments, things that matter. Mashed potatoes, late night laughter round the table. And I'm willing and I'm able to move on if you give me the right song. When I was 7 years old, tried to learn the piano, but I didn't have the patience. When I was 14, I found the guitar, a way to sing the things I feel from my mouth right out my heart, and I feel like I could have been so many things. I feel like I could have let go, but I don't know how to forget that party favor bag, a juice harp and the top hat, all those past memories haunting me. So much love, so much pain, so much sunshine, so much rain, and you might call me vain when I say I don't think it would be the same if we tried over again. I don't think it would be the same if we ride our bicycles over the same old country roads. 'Cause we're bigger and we're heavier, we've got heavy souls, and all those times we fought, we know. Oh, I'm ready to move on, but I never seem to find the right song. Like a lotus flower, new, fresh, reborn, float on the surface. But somehow I'm always just firewood for the furnace, and I'm ready, ready to move on. But no one can show me the right song. So I swim and I swim till the sunlight is gone. Bubbles to the surface and another sad, sad, sad song. Welcome in, Raiders! Anyway, there we go. That's my party trick.
That was amazing.
I enjoy these. It's like a little brain gymnastic thing to do.
Seriously, I was so baffled by how it was still felt like a consistent song. I saw all these words and I thought, okay, it's probably going to be possible to put them in a song, but you know, it's going to have the like improvisation quality vibes, you know?
Yeah.
But it just sounded like a song, like with an idea going through it, and like this roter Faden, is that like that red thread going like through the whole thing?
Thank
really
you.
liked it.
I really enjoy doing this, and it's really fun to baffle. Like when I was on Gary's stream, I was like, oh, he had to like go somewhere. And also, hi, Calden rated us. Calden is my Twitch
name.
sibling. We started streaming around the same time and adopted each other. Great friend of mine. Huge shout out to Calden. Calden is incredible. Such a great voice, and his original music is fantastic. So partner push. Thank you so much for the raid. And yes, indeed. We are on the partner push, so Raiders, if you can lurk, and if you do not know me, I'm Luna Kell, a Spanish-German singer-songwriter, currently not streaming from our grandma's cellar, currently streaming from a friend's living room, and I have the wonderful Amadeus Music as my guest, who you should all follow, because he's also incredible. Wonderful song, wonderful voice. Thanks for that. Thank you, Lord Professor. So, yeah, what I was saying. So, yeah, when I was in Gary's stream, he left, and he has this joke in his stream that he doesn't treat his, he's got like a little penguin called Penny, right? And I was like with chat, maybe I should like make up a song from the perspective of Penny and all of her mistreatment. So when Gary came back, I was like, oh, I wrote this song a while ago. I don't really remember it. And I just made up a song on the spot, and he didn't notice, and it was so fun. It was so funny. When I told him, he was like, no, that's a song. I was like, yeah.
It's so good. Like, that's what I love about like meeting other musicians, right? Same as now, like this creative back and forth you get going on, even if it's just because of stupid things like that, right? It's not like you sat down and developed the song together or anything. It was just like, you both of your uniqueness in their own ways, right, have contributed to this moment
To
happening.
the moment, absolutely. A little bit like right now, where I got to contribute a bit to your improvisation, you got to contribute a bit to mine. It was brilliant, yeah, Thames. It was so fun.
Oh no, I'm too quiet again. Sorry, badass.
Gotta talk into the
It's me.
microphone. It's not you, it's definitely me. That's a line from one of my songs, actually. But yeah. I think with improvisation for me, and I'm interested in getting your opinion on if you feel like it's the same with instrumental improvisation. A huge part of making it possible is simply not overthinking. Like, simply just letting things happen
Yeah.
and flow.
Yeah.
That's why I can make up a song on the spot, because I'm just like, I don't really mind if it's good or bad. I'm just gonna let it flow and happen.
Exactly.
And then it works. And then
yeah,
it's easy.
like in the beginning, maybe 8 of 10 times it sucks, and 2 of 10 times you're like, oh, where did that come from? But the more often you do it, the better it gets, right?
Yeah,
So
and
it's-
I do this live on stage at like live concerts,
Oh,
and
really?
people just give me 10 words, I write them on a piece of paper, and I do what I just did. And sometimes
That's
in
amazing.
German as well, which is so outside of my comfort zone. But it's always the thing people remember from the
Yeah,
shows.
definitely.
They'll be
Because,
like,
again, it's unique. There's no one else who could do it in that way, in that particular way, and that's why people come to see you, right? Especially live in person.
yeah, there's other people that do improv songs on stage with words from the audience for sure, but it's not
Yeah.
something a lot of people do. I think because you can't take yourself too seriously, which on Twitch is easier because I think I can prove it. I was there, lol. Yes, right. I did do an improvised song at my gig in Cologne last year. But like on Twitch, I feel like it's always been easier for me to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like a hangout in a more casual setting, and we're all just kind of chilling.
It feels less professional, not like in a way of like good bad professionalism, right? But like just in a way of, as you say, it's just like a chill environment where you can be creative as you would be with friends who don't take it too seriously if you make a mistake or something, right?
I think it felt more like, yeah, it feels safe, right? Because the people are there, the people are they know you, and they're there to see you just play around and experiment, and
Yeah.
it's a different kind of setting. While when you're on a stage, people might have like paid to see a concert, and you want it to be perfect, and
Yeah.
in that context, being like, okay, give me some words and let's see what happens.
They have
Took
expectations, basically,
yeah,
right?
it took a lot of courage at the beginning, but now
I
it's
can
one of my
imagine.
favorite things to do
So
on
cool.
stage. It's really fun.
It's such a brave thing to do, right? You need to put yourself out there, and then again, not, as you said, not be afraid of the mistakes in the beginning, right?
Yeah, you just got to go for it. And I started it on Twitch during COVID, and then when gigs started, I was like, let's see if this can be done live as well. But yeah, the more you do it, the easier. And
Better it
Twitch,
gets, as with
yeah.
everything, right?
and Twitch has made me a better musician because I just very regularly am making and playing music, and I'm doing this. So yeah, absolutely.
I'm really excited to see you live sometime because you do these these living room concerts as well, right?
Yeah,
I
right.
saw.
Yeah.
And you're not that far away, actually. Like,
Yeah. I have a couple of shows coming up. Well, if anyone from
where
Germany,
can we find that?
where can we find that? Bandcamp is the ones that are ticketed, but I also have some that are kind of more private shows, but you can access them by DMing me. I upload them both on Discord and on Instagram, and I'm playing a show in my home city in Leverkusen on the 13th of March. So if anyone is around, it's a shared show with Emily Otte, who's an incredible jazz singer and songwriter. Her like songwriting things have kind of a Nora Jones vibes, just really good. So I highly recommend, if you are close to Leverkusen, wenn jemand in der Nähe von Leverkusen ist, 13. März spiele ich ein Konzert und freue mich, wenn ihr vorbeikommt. And then I have the tour with Jory Avner coming up in May, which I'm also really looking forward to. But yeah, what about you? Like live performance on stages?
It just didn't happen so far. I was at, like, we have these So Far Sounds in where I live as well, in Brooklyn. But I got into them last year. Then I was there 2 or 3 times. I asked the organizers, like, how do you apply? They told me. I applied, didn't hear from them for 3 months, and after that, So Far Sounds was cancelled in some way.
Oh no.
I hope it's not because of me. I don't think so though.
It was just, I know, like, oh my god, and I just
Right.
stopped. He's too
But
good. He's gonna make everyone else stop making music. We can't.
not the way I meant.
I know, but
yeah, anyway,
I'm
was a bad
substituting it.
coincidence, you know, like that they had to cancel because there weren't enough people organizing it, etc. They didn't find the proper venues, probably. But yeah, I never really attempted after that to be on stage because I feel like with streaming on Twitch, I mean, I didn't have any experience on stages before I went on Twitch, right? Except for classical music a little bit. But with Twitch, I always thought, as you said, there's no expectations, right? Especially for me, it's very difficult to pin down. Like, if someone would ask you, what kind of music can I expect if I watch Amadeus stream? What would you say?
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
I would say yes.
Exactly. And while that is something that on Twitch works incredibly well, I think, at least with my audience, which I'm very grateful for, because let's be honest, us being able to, as you say, experiment in this safe environment is thanks to chat, right? And
It's such a
these
gift.
lovely people.
Yes.
Y'all
are amazing.
You are. So yeah, and that always gave me this sense of I can do whatever I want, and that was part of what made streaming such a good medium for me as an artist. It really feels like streaming for me personally was the one outlet that I found that sums up perfectly everything that I can do and can't do, basically. By the way, it requires you to do certain things. And on stage, most of that is gone because people come there because they, as you said, they expect a certain concert, you know? Like, they don't want to go there and be like, I actually don't know if I get metal, which I don't like, or if I get singer-songwriter stuff, which I like, but then maybe there's classical, which is kind of okay. And then in the end, it's even a mix or something. They don't want that. You want to go there because you paid money, or you take the time to actually get there in person, right? Even if it's for free. And you want to know what to expect because you want to plan ahead. And that's something that I found very difficult so far. Maybe at some point, if I have enough music in a certain direction, maybe it's going to be a thing and I'm going to look into it. But for now, I'm just being restricted to that. And to having like live things like the IRL streamer showcase in Harlem. Like things where people approach me, because then they approach me and I know they know what they're getting if they approach me, you know what I mean?
They're open to it. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, yeah, genre consistency is such a thing. Like your Spotify, you know, you have a lot of just piano and
Exactly,
I think
yeah.
that's a direction and it's consistent, but you're right, you do so much more than that, and it is kind of a choice to make. For me, I think what really partially helps me is that I'm not that talented with technology as you are, because I do have in my song list songs from metal bands and songs from singer-songwriters, but I always just play them, me and my guitar. So there is a consistency to them, which is nice. But yeah.
And also it gives you not only, again, it shows your uniqueness as well, right? You have a certain style. People know your style, they like your style, they are staying here in your stream and listening to your music because they like that style, and then they can even request a song that feels like, oh wait, isn't that metal? Isn't that techno? Isn't that something else? Because they know still, oh, it's going to be interesting how that your style sounds on that song.
Yeah, like how are you going to make it yours, right?
Yeah.
Someone
exactly.
early in chat, I think, said it's not covers, it's versions.
True, yeah.
Michelle says, it's even worth for me to sleep at the Leverkusen station till the next morning to make the first train home. Oh my god, I really hope you don't have. If you get stranded, we have like an air mattress I can blow up, okay, Fishalicious? Like, I don't want you to have to sleep at the train station.
That's some next level dedication to your fans.
Yes. I will invite you into my house. Safety be damned.
You want to come to my concert? You'll get backstage tickets for free. Because
Anyhow, I do have a little bit of a cutoff. Like, I probably can't go over the 2 hours a lot. A little bit I can. So probably be good to maybe play one song each before we end. I do need a short toilet break though, so I might just leave the people in your hands for a sec. Maybe you can take that moment to also decide what you're going to play next, and then I'll. Oh my!
Nice.
You have a very good evil laugh. I did not expect.
I practiced that one. I actually practiced.
I have a decent one too, but I'll save it for another moment because my grandma's in the kitchen. She's gonna think I'm insane. I don't care about the opinions of other people except my grandma. So,
All right, no, fair enough.
yeah.
I'll behave. Should I
Oh,
maybe just play a song already while you're a bit away, so we don't go over time too much?
we can do that. I'll be really sad to miss it, but yeah, I'll pee quickly. See you in a sec.
All right. I mean, for me to know what to play or to play, I would need to know what to play. How about we find out in the meantime if there's something you'd like to hear from me before we head over again to Luna and her wrapping up the stream and playing a song as well. Is there anything in particular you would like to hear that you haven't? Or like, do we go for a piano piece? Or some singing, which we didn't actually today. And yeah, let me also say again, thanks for joining today, both in my stream and in Luna's. Again, I didn't know that people were in my stream as well, but if you've been there, I hope you enjoyed the stream so far, and I hope you enjoy the rest. And yeah, I hope if you're at my stream watching, Luna is doing a partner push in case you haven't heard before. So please feel free to just mute my stream today. I'm not gonna come back to you for that. I encourage it, as a matter of fact, because Luna is doing a partner push at the moment, and it would really help if you come over to Luna's stream and hang out there. Mr. Bala says, a movie theme mashup, lo-fi, Roger and Daniela. Hey, welcome in. Piano. All right. Can do piano lo-fi. A little bit of, we can combine everything. Like lo-fi, piano, improvising, and then we mix in some movie themes. Welcome back.
Hello.
I took the time to just, say thanks to a few people and also to find out what they want to hear if we only play one more song, right?
Yeah, it does feel short. 2 hours always fall short.
Yeah,
But
always.
you've proven yourself worthy, so you can come back.
Oh, thank you. That I mean, I already came back, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Holy crap, folks. Holy crap. Somebody clip this, please. I need leverage.
Maybe next time in person.
Hopefully. Hopefully so.
I think Vicious was gonna say maybe one of your great originals, but he said one of your great origins, which kind of is funny. Like your great origins.
Great origin. From where I come and where I will go to. An original, like there's only one original you could say that I wrote a song. We could do that too. There's at least piano in there for Roger and Daniela. Wanted to hear piano.
I'm
Why
always
not, actually?
always partial to originals, and I also want to extend. I know you said you prefer to work alone, but if you ever feel like you want to songwrite, again with the collab that we started, like we could pick it up.
I mean, that's another thing. I mean, I'm just saying I don't work well with people when it comes to live playing on stage, etc. Right? Like I couldn't be in a band who's meeting like twice a week and practices and develops their own songs. Like I don't think that would, like, it would maybe work under certain circumstances, but yeah, but like working together with someone to create a song together, for example, that still works, and that's something I still want to do because I still like the idea we went for.
Yes, it'd be really cool to finish it. And Gesundheit, Oma. She just sneezed. It's time for the poll. Oh no, the poll. Also, because of limited time, friends, I think I'm going to give away 2 Patreon memberships next week, because this week we're probably not going to have time. But I'm currently, if you join my Patreon as a free member and you're in stream when I do the giveaways, I'm giving away some free memberships for 3 months each week doing Partner Push, just to thank you all for showing up. So just, if you've been waiting for that today, we'll do it. We'll do it twice next week. So yes, and maybe we don't do the poll today, Lars, the Christmas poll. We don't have the time, I've decided. So let's hear your beautiful music.
All right. I'm still confused which one to go for. Do we go for the original song now? Do we go for improvising?
Let's go for original. We had improv
Let's go for
earlier,
original.
right? So
That's true. All right. Which is gonna be weird now because I feel like that's like the thing that I do closest to what you do, and I feel terribly inferior.
no.
While at the same time, I know that's, you know, what we talked about.
Yeah.
I know that, but
No.
still, it's in there, you know?
I do get it. I feel the same way. You know, I know it's cool that I just do guitar, but anytime I see someone with a setup like yours who's like so good at looping and all the tech stuff, I'm like, what am I even doing on this platform? So I know it's not rational. I know it's there, but I still am gonna shout at you and tell you it's not rational when you say it.
Thank you.
So yeah, let me give you the big screen again.
All right, let's go. Need to transpose my own song, great. There we go. All right. Bit of reverb. And let's go. That actually. Oh no, let's don't do that. That's broken. Montmartre on a cloudy day. I felt weird at home and didn't wanna stay. I flew down rue de Chevalière de la Barre. My hands in my pockets, my eyes on the skies above. A voice says, fais attention, but it's too late. An accident, a crash, or maybe fate. Pardon, madame, the fault is all but mine. I help her up enough if she is fine. And she says, jusqu'ici tout va bien. But sometimes life gets in the way. Jusqu'ici tout va bien. But ask me again tomorrow. A fitting apology in the form of phone cafe. I offer her, but she says no, I cannot stay. We stumble down the street and then il pleut. I make a grumbling noise, she smiles just un peu. You see, jusqu'ici tout va bien. But sometimes life has its way. Il fait un temps de chien. But ask me again demain. The street finally curves like the corners of her mouth. I have to follow north and she has to head south. With some reluctance in my voice, I tell her au revoir. And so I walk, it takes a while, but then I smile. And it's Montmartre on a rainy day. I felt weird at home and didn't wanna stay. I flowed down rue de la Barre, and my feet make me walk on and always finds a way. It somehow starts and somehow it will end. Mais jusqu'ici, tout va bien. And here we go.
That was
Thanks so much.
so incredibly good.
We also had a raid, I think, over. Oh yeah,
Yes.
Sunny raided. Holy
Over
crap.
on your channel, I think. We're live on
God.
both channels for the confusion of the people.
Oh god, chat is flooded. Sunny, thank you so much
So
for the raid. We are currently having a stream together. We're I'm losing words. We're a guest over at Luna's. That's what I want to say. So please feel free to head over at Luna Keller. If you can, she's having a partner push at the moment. Drop a follow, maybe hang out there for a bit as well. But thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid and welcome in. And yeah, our main chat is over on my channel. Let me just very quickly say, Oma, ich bin so in 15 Minuten da. She's made food. She's like, food is here.
Aw.
You must eat the food.
Best grandma.
Yes,
Shout out to grandma.
she is the best. What inspired you to write that song?
I wrote it on stream together with a few people in chat actually, and I don't know exactly. I think it started with that sentence. I was like, let's give me something to inspire the lyrics, and someone in chat was from France and said jusqu'ici tout va bien, which I really like because it basically just means, you know, that kind of like it could have like so far everything's good, as in bisher ist alles schief gegangen, basically. Ist nichts schief gegangen, right?
Yeah.
Which can sound so different, right? It can sound like, oh, I mean, everything is shitty. So far it didn't fail, but it's gonna fail tomorrow, you know? It's just a matter of time. You can also read it as, you know, so far it's kind of fine, so it's gonna be fine in the future, I guess. But it can also be incredibly positive, right? Being like, everything could have failed so far and nothing did. This is incredible. Like, no matter what's gonna happen, I'm gonna be happy because so
How
far
I
everything
feel
is
about
fine.
my music career most of the time.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, and then we had that idea, and then it was, as we said before, you know, like we had this one sentence in your head, and then how do you create a story around that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love how you went from there, and I mean I love the bilingual part of it, but also once again you just said it immediately in like Montmartre Rainy Day, and the way you wrote, and I think this is something you do really well, and it's probably because you have like improvised so many instrumental pieces. I feel like in your songwriting now it also really shows that you're just really good at capturing a mood. Like you're really good at setting a scene when you play something. Anything you play that you've made that's an original, I can close my eyes and immediately have a visual with it, which is such a lovely thing to have as a songwriter. So I tip my now invisible hat to you.
The top hat.
my invisible top hat.
Well, thank you so much, though. That's very kind of you to say, especially coming from someone who's written so many songs. And I think that's something also that I really enjoy about your music, you know? I mean, you have more poignant lyrics sometimes, but then as well, like woven in these images that just, as you say, create this mood, which is what I find so inspiring with songwriters in general. Like, how do you find all these metaphors and all these things that kind of don't make always sense or are always very direct, but in the end, all of it together creates this mood, you know? I find that
How do you say it
incredible.
without saying it?
Yeah, exactly. But also you don't want to be like too metaphorical and make it a thing, you know? Like you have to hit that sweet spot. And I think that's something where your experience in writing so many songs also shows, probably.
Thank you. I try, and I definitely have more literal and more metaphorical songs as well, depending on on the mood. But yeah, I love some casual German in between. Yeah, I love everyone saying Gesundheit, Oma. And Yak, I think you said that you really enjoy these musical hangouts, which I'm really glad. Yeah, once a week during partner push, and I think I might just keep it onward, except when I'm on tour, because then it's hard to stream 3 times a week. I'm just having a musical guest over on my channel, and it's really fun. And I'm
Who do you
really.
think is going to be here next? You have plans already?
I've been talking with Himmlich, with Freddie. He's really cool. He stopped streaming for a while, but he's returned recently. And we've never done a hangout, but we've always kind of been hanging in each other's streams. So I feel like that might be the next guest if we find a day. If we don't find a day next week, he might be there next week, and then I have to find someone else. But there is a lot of very good people. So
Nice.
we'll see. I suppose I shouldn't delay.
Yes. Let's go.
Do you want to hear a song I wrote 2 days ago? Like, should I just throw something? I always love to use these musical hangouts to peer review my songs.
Definitely.
So I was thinking about, and it really fits our stream today. I was thinking about that kind of what do we do it for? What's our motivation behind music? And I realized that validation is just not a good reason.
As in so many things. Yeah.
Yes. And this is a song called All the Wrong Reasons, about what it would be like, or what that part of one is that wants to just be validated for anything. But also a little bit speaks to how hard we musicians sometimes have to fight for people's attention. So like the first line is, I'd bleed myself dry for 3 minutes of your time, which is the average length of a song. So it's got a little bit of vibes there. And
Feel free to go full picture as well for this one, so it doesn't show how hard this hits home, probably.
Okay, wait. I'll move myself up. I need patience. Patience. We got this. Okay. Let's see if I remember how this goes though, because I haven't played it since I wrote it. But I remember that the chorus had a good hook. So. Okay. Where am I? Okay. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong reasons. 'Cause I'd bleed myself dry for 3 minutes of your time. A gift of some kind, alive on caffeine. Do you need a light or something bite-sized? I've got truths or lies aching to be seen, and I'd trade half my days for a spotlight on my face. I'm not one to be vain, but I worked hard on this mask. A humble conversation, seeking validation, lost in translation, buried by the ties. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong reasons. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong reasons. And they say burn for your dreams, go cause a scene. Well, if it's all I've ever been, what do I do if it fails? 'Cause I can't live up hoping, and there's no way of coping that I wouldn't sell for 3 minutes of your time. 'Cause my life doesn't matter, all that matters is my song, and my song doesn't matter, oh, if you don't sing along. So I keep myself healthy so that I can carry on, but you could take it all from me, and I really hope you don't. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong reasons. My life doesn't matter, all that matters is my song, is my song. My song doesn't matter, oh, if you don't sing along. And I keep myself healthy so that I can carry on. You could take it all from me. Really hope, really hope. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong reasons. What am I doing it for? What am I doing it for? All the wrong reasons, all the wrong reasons. Still need to figure out the ending chord.
Oh, I wasn't disappointed at all in the song.
Was it what you expected?
Yes. Well, what I expected. I didn't expect. I expected the impact it would have. Let's say it like that, and that it did.
I'm sorry, and you're welcome. At the same
You wrote that one
time.
just 2 days ago, you said, right? So there's not
Yeah.
like a lot of practice in that one.
Yeah, I think
Sure,
I also
yeah.
the like structure. I'm still deciding because
Mhm.
I the chorus used to be the my life doesn't matter, all that matters is my song, and my song doesn't matter if you don't sing along part. But then I wrote the what am I doing it for, and it felt like a better chorus, and that felt like a better bridge. But I don't know
Mhm.
if I should
Mhm.
just introduce it at the end, or like I did now, kind of already tack it onto the second verse. I think maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have gone into a chorus and then gone into the bridge.
Mhm.
So I'm still figuring out mechanics of
Yeah.
it. But I do like it.
Nice. Me too. Me too.
Thank you,
Hopefully
thank
on
you.
the next EP.
I already have an idea for a concept album, and I'm really hard trying not to tell people because I'm very excited about it. But I still have like a whole year worth of releases coming before it, so I need to. I'll
Oh,
spoil it on the
snap.
Patreon stream next week. I will,
Nice.
but I'm gonna keep it to myself till then.
Mhm.
Thank you, chat, so much for the love. Thank you for the claps. And for all the love. Fading out my technique. A follow doesn't hurt, but it means so much. You won't regret it. Yes, Amma is amazing. Everyone go follow Amadeus if you don't already. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This was really fun.
Nice. Yes, and
And
thanks for inviting me. I had a very, very good time.
I'm glad. Me too. And we'll do another day with a little less of time restrictions and maybe a little less of space
Yeah.
restrictions. Who knows?
Hopefully.
We'll,
Hopefully.
we'll we'll chat about it. I guess now it's kind of time. I jumped on Emma's stream and looked at Luna's stream, but I'm getting Luna anyway. Yeah, I'm everywhere. No. Thanks to everyone as well for lurking. We are on a partner push, so it did help out loads. And yeah, I mean, this is a cat jump away from 10K followers. That is so cool. Everyone, please go follow. 10K is a cool number. Yeah, you're
It
gonna
is.
want to reach that.
Long, long time. So yeah, everyone who's watching over at my stream, I'll say it again, especially since we had a bigger raid from Sunny. If you're hanging out there right now and if you're lurking, please make sure to also head over to Luna Keller. Her name is also in the stream title, so it's as easy as just clicking on that name, loading the stream real quick, dropping a follow, and maybe listening for a bit next time because Luna is on a partner push and she really deserves a spot up there, so would help out again. Thanks.
Fingers crossed. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I guess we have to choose who to raid now. That's
Very true.
the hard decision. Do you have any suggestions?
Also, does the raid... Wait, how does this
Do
work
we
since you're...
do we both have to
Do we
raid?
both raid? Am I still live like afterwards? Like, how does this
Do
work?
we? I can end the stream here, so I'm guessing that would end the stream for both of us.
Yeah, because
But
you're streaming up there basically. But the raid, maybe I need to do it
we
myself
we
in my
probably
stream.
should both raid the
Yeah,
same
I'll post the same name in
person
my chat and then we'll see.
together.
Okay. Who do we raid?
Technology. Oh, Amadeus is live. We could go.
Or
Sorry.
Luna, but I think she's wrapping up soon.
Yeah. I think they're about to finish. I mean, Mia
I
is
mean, do you have
live.
anyone you want to raid as to draw a bit more
Ooh.
attention like to your stream?
Oh yeah, I guess that would be the theoretical smart thing to do. You're so
Yeah.
so
I mean, we
good
could
at
rate
this.
Mia, for example. She's live with about almost 300 people right now.
I was
She's
thinking
on her
about Mia
stream.
as well, and Mia and I are also friends. So
Yeah, I met her
yeah.
also 3 times already at different TwitchCons.
I haven't met her in
And at
person
the
yet, but
Harlem.
we had a couple video
Yeah.
calls. Okay,
Nice.
let's go for Mia.
Let's do it.
Luna Deus. Yeah, that's who we're gonna rate. We're gonna rate Luna Deus. Okay, I'm gonna. We have a combo name now. Okay, I'm gonna type in her name. But before we rate, just quickly, is there anything you want to shout out? Because I've been shouting out my partner push and my new song, stream the new song. It's called Good Intentions. What would you like to shout out? Where can people support you, find you?
Well, I guess if you head over to my stream since I was live at the moment, there is a Wonder link. It's a link.
Not just there,
collection.
actually. Wait,
Huh?
I made a command that goes to your Wonder link. There we go.
Oh, nice.
In chat.
Thank you. And yeah, not much to say. I also went full time as a musician, like you haven't been for the last 4 years, right? In November, so that's still going on. It's not technically a partner push, but a push towards being able to, live off this.
It's an even more important push, actually, if you ask me. So
I don't know, but yeah, like it's the same as with you, of course. Like every bit helps, every person who listens on different platforms, etc. is contributing. So check it out, and if you like it, I'm happy to have you sometime.
please, everyone, go. And you want to shout out your next stream times so people know as well?
Oh yeah, I'm currently streaming 3 times a week at the same times all the time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. CET. That's GMT +1, so UK time +1.
Perfect. And my next stream will be on Tuesday evening. So if you guys want to join, we'll be still on the partner push, and I'll think of something fun to do. All right, nice. I'm gonna. Should we hit the raid button at the same time, or? Yeah. I mean, I'm hitting like the start thing, so it's going to like be ready for raid, and then I'm quickly saying my thing, which is thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and remember to be kind to yourself, because that's the most important thing.
Please do.
And now that we said that, oh, and also thank you to the mods. The mods are amazing. Mod love, yes. All the mod love. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, Lars. Thank you, Mr. Vale. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, shall we?
Yes. Are we doing like the 3, 2, 1, go?
3, 2, 1, go?
Did we create the raid, or did you like raid out?
I raided out.
Oh, wait. I can't. No, I can't.
We should have communicated better there, and I'll end the stream here. Have you raided out? Yeah.
Yeah, I raided out.
Okay.
We good.